Welcome back to the Jasmine Show. How's your day going though? I hope you had a good week, cause I know so. Hello and welcome to the fucking Jasmine Show. That's a song that is. Lil Uzi. Got paddock on my wrist. When I send me my message. I knew it was a song. I was thinking, where have I heard that melody from before? Welcome to the Jasmine Show. No, you ain't going though. No, I'm playing. That's cocky. Anyway, welcome to the Jasmine Show. What do you mean? Anyway, hi. What do I look like? What do I look like? What do I look like? Right, so, hi. Welcome back. If you're new, thank you for coming and I hope you enjoy. You know, I don't know if the microphone was close, so I'll say it again. Hello, welcome back for those who have already been here before. If you've never been here before, welcome. You are more than, welcome to join the shizzle. Like and subscribe. Anyway, I'm playing. So, today, I want to dive into something that nobody knows about. Nobody knows nothing about this. That have ideas, and some have had near-death experiences, but nobody knows anything about it. So what happens after death? What happens after death? What happens? And I don't feel like, many people can touch on it. So I guess this is why I would have touched on it. And not long ago, I did lose an older brother of mine. So, I guess that's what gave me the inspiration to discuss death. So we all know that there are two guarantees in life: taxes and death. So deep. But at least with taxes, like, we get a receipt. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't, like, with death, there's no coming back, I guess. That's what they say anyway. So, yeah, what is death? Do we, like, disappear and go to a VIP section? Do we, like, sleep for eternity and then we wake up? Or have we not died and we never lived? That sounds deep, innit? But it's like, what if the life that we're living is the dream, and then when we go to sleep is the life? Do you get what I'm saying? Mad, isn't it? It's such a taboo topic. So, yeah. Around the world, so many people, so many religions, so many sections and places and countries have different ideologies of death, I guess, you got Christianity. Christianity say heaven and hell. Boom. Done. You get me? Like, that's it. Obviously, eternal hell or eternal punishment. And then you got the Catholics. They say purification. It's a temporary purification before you reach heaven. And then they also say judgment day, where your souls reach the pearly gates and then God's there and he's got the big book and he's like, have you been good or have you been bad? And he judges your sins and he judges your deeds. The deeds, aren't they? I think they're deeds. Good deeds. And then you've got Islam, where they believe in Jannah. And Jannah is heaven. And Jahannam is hell. They also say that in resurrection, souls are judged and sent to their final destination. So I guess when they say final, there's no afterlife or nothing like that. It's just boom. Your flesh is sleeping and your spirit is, I guess, sleeping. It's really odd, actually, because Hindus believe in reincarnation. I'm more on the reincarnation side, but not on the reincarnation side. Really, I'm more on no side because I don't really know what happens after death. I feel like I know that. And then you've got Buddhism. They say that no permanent soul, but consciousness continues in a new form. So I guess that's reincarnation again. Very similar Buddhism and Hinduism. I feel like it is. And then you got the karma and enlightenment. Good karma leads to a better rebirth. So that means, I guess, if you do good in the world, you come back as a multimillionaire with a healthy life and no worries, I guess. If you do bad karma, I guess, you come back as, I don't know, you haven't learned from your mistakes. So you come back and life is hard. I'm guessing. And then Judaism, they believe in the afterlife. It varies. Some believe in the afterlife, some people don't. You got the Olam Haba, resurrection, or the spiritual existence. But they also say Sheol, which is a shadowy underworld where souls may dwell. That sounds like hell, but they don't want to say hell, but it sounds like hell to me. And then you got Sikhism, which is very similar to Hinduism, reincarnation, karma, and mukti, which is the liberation, breaking free from rebirth through devotion and righteousness. And then you got ancient Egypt religion. Now, I feel like with ancient Egypt, I was speaking to my brother the other day, and he said, it's funny because with Egypt, that's the only source of knowledge that makes sense, that has proof and evidence. My brother tends to believe that Christianity, probably even Muslim as well, Islam, and Sikhism, there's no evidence of it ever existing. We just believe it from chapters out of the books that we're given. But we don't really know who wrote the books. So this is why he questions and pokes and provokes thought, because the only evidence we have of history is Egyptians. So maybe they know and we don't. I don't know. Provoking thought. Anyway, with death, you're sleeping. You get buried. People come together. But then what happens afterwards? What really happens afterwards? No one knows. Everyone follows what they are taught to learn and what they're taught to know. But what if everything is a lie? What if the life that we're living right now is the dream, and then when we go to sleep, that's the reward? Do you know what I'm saying? Because if you do believe we've got a spirit, then I guess the spirit lives on, doesn't it? Because you know everyone has that voice. You know, when the illustrations, you got the devil and you got the angel on your shoulder. That's almost another example of having that voice, that inner voice. And maybe the inner voice is your spirit talking. And we are living in a dimension where our spirit can't exist. But when we die, our spirit can live. Do you get what I'm saying? That would sound too deep, but I don't know. I've just been really thinking about it. Been thinking about quite a few topics, to be fair, but this one obviously hit home, and I've been questioning a lot of things that I've been taught over the years. Obviously, I grew up in a Christian household. Well, not a household. My mom wasn't a Christian, but my dad was and my grandma was. I don't know. It's very questionable. It's very, very questionable. So, what if death is just is just something that no one knows about? Then why is there so many theories on it? Why does everyone have something to say about it, but no one's lived it? The only people that I could say who have actually experienced it are those who have had near-death experiences. I think they're the ones that we should listen to. But then how do we know they're telling the truth? Do you get what I'm saying? We don't know. But majority of the near-death experiences I've researched and I've watched, they always seem to say one person or one name. And they always mention Jesus. I've never... And I'm not putting down no one else's religion, no one else's way of life. I'm just saying.
Because Jesus is the way.
What's that? John chapter 4:13. Or John 13:4. Jesus said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. I had to learn that when I was young growing up. My dad made me learn that. But I remember learning about 4 scriptures growing up. But or maybe even 7. But yeah, everyone always mentions Jesus. No one ever mentions, Allah, the Sikh God with the blue.
The Sikhs technically don't have a god, I don't think.
They have multiple gods, though, don't they?
I think that's Hindus.
Oh, sorry, yeah, that is Hindus. So what? Oh no. So who? I don't know.
Sikhs I think it was a tribe, a warrior tribe to fight against Muslims.
Yes, that's how it became.
That's why they carried a sword.
So really, it came from Hinduism then? Because Hinduism was first before Sikhism, wasn't it?
Hinduism is one of the first ones.
Yeah. So really, what you could say is they broke away and had a bit of war between them, and then decided to go down a different route, and they went down a different route, And maybe the Sikhs were the warriors for the Hindus when they become Sikhs. Does that make
Yeah,
sense?
they literally were made to fight Muslims.
Wow. So really, everyone's been warring from day.
Religion and death causes war.
It really does. Why can't everyone just live, man? Why have we got to live when we die? That's what everything says here that I've researched. That we something happens, we either get reincarnated, we either go to heaven and we have VIP treatment, or we go to hell, I guess, and we're damned for life. But why can't we just live our life out and free while we awake? Then, like, I don't understand why we feel like we have to be shackled down all the time. I don't know. That's another question. It's another whole episode. But yeah, every near death experience, I've always witnessed them say Jesus, always. And even me, when I've been in dreams, I don't mention Yahweh, I don't mention Yeshua, I don't mention God. I say Jesus. Like, it's mad to get me out of a dream. I say his name 3 times, which is very funny as well because it's the Holy Trinity. Why am I saying it 3 times? It's like my spirit knows. Do you know what I mean? But then I don't want to disregard no one else's way of life because I totally respect everyone, and you know, I have a lot of respect for whatever you decide to do with your life. Do you know what I mean? It's your life. But yeah, it's a bit dodgy, isn't it? And you got the multiverse theory where people say that maybe you just wake up in another universe. This is after you die, by the way. Maybe you just wake up in another universe where you made that one decision differently. Like, for instance, you come back and you think to yourself, boom. But then that don't make no sense though, because they're saying that if it was a multi-universe and you died and then you come back, you get to relive your life again. But I don't feel like you would get to relive your life again. I feel like you'd be a whole complete different person. I feel like you come as maybe a different ethnicity, a whole different person, same thing.
Multiverses happen at the exact same time, though.
I don't understand.
I'm not sure, but I'm sure that string theory and quantum science means that it all happens simultaneously.
So like parallel.
So, like you said, each decision that you make creates a variant, but that happens simultaneously
Can you break down what simultaneously means?
at the same time.
Oh, okay. I didn't really go to school, but you should go to school. Just in case you didn't go to school, I'm just saying. But yeah, simultaneously, no way. So that's basically like different worlds.
Yeah, but then they say that we could be living in a simulation. So when we die, it's like you're waking up out of the simulation.
See, now I kind of believe that.
Yo,
then-
when I took DMT, that's what the DMT showed me.
I done a DMT vape. Now that was so funny, but I went into my own universe though. I didn't leave.
Did you see the fake world when you did DMT? Did you smoke loads of it?
Nah, no, it was a vape, so it was very weaker. But
But the vape's strong though. The vape's
it's strong, but it only lasted like 5 minutes, but it felt like 15.
Yeah. Did you go past the rainbow?
No, I didn't get that. I saw colours and I saw this guy. When I went in and I started laughing. Like I couldn't stop laughing. Like I'm laughing so much that I'm crying. And then there was this man, there was his colours, like these colours that I'm wearing now actually, these creamy colours and yellowy colours. And they're all kind of like moving in like a geometrical shape. And then next minute, this guy pops out of the shape and starts dancing. And I'm laughing even more. Laughing.
I had the TV was laughing. The guy on the TV was laughing at me.
Swear, when you was laughing back.
No, I was scared.
Say that again.
I was scared. I ain't gonna lie. I thought it was a duppy.
You go loud. Would you do it again?
Duppy.
Would you do it again?
DMT.
Yeah.
I did DMT 3 times now. And,
See, I've always did it once, man. I need to do it again properly.
you know what? I think you should only do it once.
Why?
Because it's dangerous. You go into a world that you're not supposed to be in. I saw a simulation, so especially the second time, I felt that God was telling me to wake up from this fake world, but that the world that we live in isn't the world that God created, if that makes sense. So I don't know, it was a proper mad experience.
Well, I hear that, but what if, it wasn't the world that he created, but it was the humans that made the simulation?
Well, the thing is, again, I started asking these questions, and I don't know, some strange beings came, but they weren't godly, they weren't spiritual, they weren't earthly, they were cold. They were cold, like robotic.
Really?
Yeah. Sounds crazy, but
No,
anyone
it
that was
sounds real
around me-
though.
Huh?
It sounds real because I feel like that simulation that you're talking about is happening right now with AI.
Well, look, this is why I feel like things are off in this world. They're slightly off.
Yeah.
The
When you say
clouds don't look real these days.
cows.
The clouds.
Hell, not what they real.
They
But
don't
you're
look
right
real.
though. It's slightly off again. And I've been seeing loads of videos lately on social media of people glitching and like freezing in motion. But is that because the vaccine has created this link? Like,
The thing is, are we all in limbo? Are we all dead? Believing that we're
alive?
alive, and
Yeah.
we could be stuck in limbo waiting for judgment.
Could be. That's what I'm saying. Like, what is death? How do we not know that this is the simulation? When we die, we're alive.
That's the whole thing. No one knows. The only way we do know is to die, and when we die,
We can't come
we're
back.
gone. It's the last.
So that's-
It's the last great journey.
It's deep, isn't it, man?
Do you
why it's
know
like-
about the Egyptians? How they deal with it, and how you have to weigh your heart with a feather.
No, I thought it was how much gold you take to the afterworld or something.
No. You have to take your heart out. I think it's Anubis. I'm not that sure because
Oh, the dog and the man.
the dog man,
Yeah.
he takes your heart out and puts it on the scales and then weighs it with one single feather. And if your heart is heavier than the feather, you kind of go to a dark place. You got to be
Wow.
balanced. The feather and the heart have to weigh the exact same.
Imagine that. So really, your life is about balance.
It's all about balance. That's the whole beauty of life. It's about the more that we're balanced, the better we have a chance of getting to the afterlife.
Yeah, and a better chance we have of having a better life.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? Like, if you live in a balanced way. So what do you think about these like near-death experiences when they always mention Jesus anyway?
Like I said, me recently, I've come back to Jesus.
Okay.
Like, I grew up very religious, but I never really believed in any of it. And then I went back to God, and then the last couple of years I've realized how powerful Jesus is. Like, for example, Jesus is the only prophet in Islam that will be resurrected and come back at the afterlife, will come back from the afterlife, because at the end he will fight the Dajjal, supposedly. Jesus is also the only prophet to be born from a virgin.
That's true.
So there's something special about Jesus,
Yeah.
because Jesus does come back in all of the Abrahamic religions.
Doesn't that make him sound inhuman though?
But he isn't human. He's not human because he wasn't born of a man and a woman. He was born of a miracle, a virgin mom.
Yeah.
So he's something different. I don't know. I just think it's something different because we're all born of man and woman.
It's true. It's true. What allowed him to be different?
Because of the miracle of Mary being a virgin. Even though this is why it's gonna sound blasphemy. When I was young, I used to think that was an easy excuse for Mary.
So what? As if to say she cheated, but she just acted like she didn't.
I'm a virgin, Joseph. Here's a baby. Joseph's like, I had sex with you.
No, I hear that. But
You
hold
know
on.
what? That's blasphemy. I take it back.
Nah, because hold on, wait. In my head, you know what I was thinking about? In my head, I was thinking about Abraham and Sarah, and Abraham and Ismail, but that's Isaac and Ishmael, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, that's Mary. So Mary and what was it? Joseph.
Mary and Joseph,
Yeah.
Joseph is Jesus' stepdad,
Basically.
basically.
Yeah. Mad. So even Jesus had a stepdad,
Yeah, but he didn't have a dad because his dad was God.
but then he didn't have a mum either.
He had a mom because he was born of a woman.
So he did have a mum then.
He had a mom. Mary was his mom.
So he was like me, grew up without a dad. But I don't know. No, he wasn't like
Nah,
me.
he grew up with.
He grew up with a dad.
He grew up with a dad.
Yo, Obviously, don't get it twisted. My dad was around. He was just very absent most of the time. But
What
then,
do you think? What do you think of after death?
I genuinely feel like we're sleeping. I feel like we're sleeping and we're at peace sleeping until Jesus calls for his children. I feel like everyone's sleeping. Like my nan died a good 7 years ago, and I still feel like she's sleeping. But it's mad though, because when I meditate and I call my ancestors and my spirit guides and my angels, I talk to her like she's not sleeping now. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's like, is her spirit sleeping, or is her flesh sleep? Or is her flesh just sleeping and her spirit's awake? That's the part I don't get. Because when you die, like when we're sleeping, our subconscious is still working in it.
So like the Muslims say that we're all waiting in the grave till judgment, and depending on how you lived your life is depending on how you rest in your grave. So if you lived a dark life, then the insects and the worms and all that will eat you or be in. I don't
That's
know.
inevitable though.
Yeah, but then they say if you live a good life, flowers grow around you and all that.
Oh.
But then what I don't understand,
Like King Solomon's grave.
it's on ganja, bro.
But the thing is though, when we're sleeping, yeah, our subconscious is still awake. That's what I don't understand. Like even now, if I was to fall asleep now, my brain is a computer and it's still working. Do you know what I'm saying? So how do we not know that even though my heart is not working, my brain is still, my brain's dead?
That's the thing. Who knows?
Or
I
not
know
my
that
brain.
hair and nails still grow.
Really?
Yeah, hair and nails still grow when we're dead.
So there's some type of life in death then?
Yeah.
It's such a weird thing, and I feel like how do we want to be here building robots and AI, and we have so many questions that are unanswered, like how much of the sea's been explored? Probably 8%. I don't know the facts. Why don't we know about death?
Because you have to die.
Yeah, but is there not no way that we can get to, like, we can nearly die and not die?
This is why they keep building robots on AI, because I think in the end they want to live forever through living in a robot and transfer consciousness.
That was that Netflix series. Did you see that?
Nah, but that's what they're doing now.
Yeah.
Loads of rich people. But then you see what I don't understand, yeah? If our body here is just a vessel for our spirit, our spirit is pure light. In the afterlife, how are you gonna know who's your family? Because are you still in the body, or is it? I don't understand it. Are you still in the body so you can see? Say like I see my grandparents. I'm gonna say, are they gonna be in my grandparents' body, or are they gonna be spirits of light?
Like because I guess with your spirit, you don't have a look, do you? You're just a spirit.
This is the thing. And then how do you know? And then look, if it's reincarnation, yeah, that means you've lived multiple lives. So then, which body are you going to be in? Heaven?
That's true. Maybe no one knows each other. Maybe literally we go back to just being a spirit, or maybe. I was going to say maybe we don't have a spirit, but I can't say that because it's obvious we do.
Or maybe it's just we just feel it. There's feelings, you feel connected. You know, like when you meet strangers and sometimes you feel like, I know you.
Yeah. Or deja vu or something. Yeah. I do get that with strangers. They come up to me, say that. I bet you get that a lot, don't you?
It's weird. You get a vibe and you're like, you feel at ease with them and you're like, yo, you could have been my best friend or a lover or family member in a past life. It's weird.
Yeah. Or part of my tribe.
Yeah. Or even an enemy. Sometimes you feel somebody's energy and you're like, oi.
Yeah. Like immediate effects, like.
Yeah, like you start feeling sick and all that. You know?
Yeah, no, for real though. For real. I just feel like death is such a weird subject and I don't feel like it's discussed enough, Ibes. And maybe I guess, no, not maybe. I understand why it's not discussed a lot because it is taboo. What is there to discuss about death? Because you literally go and you don't come back. But there is a theory that I do know about that I didn't read out in the beginning, which is the planes. Have you heard about these planes?
Nah.
Where it's like you can live your life like we are right now, and then you gotta overcome the issues of life. So say for instance you have an addiction, you have lack of empathy, you have no,
Oh, you have to relive that lesson.
yeah, relive those lessons. And if you don't, you step down a plane. So they say you got 7 or 8 planes.
That I'm sure that's like Hinduism, isn't it?
Must be, I don't know.
Because I think Hinduism, yeah, you relive your lessons, and every time you do well in that lesson, you move up a level.
Yeah, that's what it is then.
And then eventually you've reached
And you've
nirvana.
clocked it. Yeah.
You reach heaven.
And you've clocked the game then. You don't need to come back.
You don't need it because you're enlightened.
Yeah. But then it's almost like, well, what about those like 60 years ago when it was when the UK was colonizing loads of countries? There was like all these missionaries were killing off people, but yet half of their bloodline managed to come back multimillionaires, and they got bank systems, and then they're rich for years. You know what I'm saying? Like, so then I think to myself, how does that work? Because their bloodline is built off what? Blood and money. But yet they've still carried on this whole life of luxury. How many years later? 80 years later? 100 years later?
Yeah, but that's because of passed down wealth. That's different though.
Or is
'Cause
that
reincarnation doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be reincarnated into the same family.
Oh yeah, true.
And then like you like you said, you could be rich in one family and be reincarnated poor.
Into a next, innit?
But then can you be reincarnated into insects and animals? Because I don't want to become back as a freaking ant or something.
You just read my mind, because if I came back as an ant, you know my life would be hell.
But you'll be the queen, and I already can tell. I already can see that.
What queen
You'll be
ant?
bossing them all around.
And listen, if that's the case, please let me come back as a queen ant if that's the case, because I don't want to get stepped on, I don't want to get run over, I don't want a bird to come fly and pick me, I don't want a worm to eat me, I don't want another insect to eat me. It's a hard life, coming back as an ant.
I know, it'd be crazy.
Imagine, listen, that's not a game, Like, imagine coming back as a worm.
Peek 'em.
That's different, but I just feel like you said, it's balance, isn't it? It has to be balance. It has to be balance. And while we're here living this life, I guess live your life to the best that you can. Like, if you know something don't feel right, it don't feel right. Listen to that. No one knows when we're going to pass. Like, I could, God forbid, but tonight could be my last night. This could be my last recording. Sitting here with eyes could be my last time seeing you. Do you know what I'm saying? God forbid. But only God knows what's going on, because I don't. I just walk into each situation using my initiative, of course, and trying to have balance, asking for guidance by those who I think are sleeping or not. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But it's mad though, because I remember working with one woman, and she was saying how she dreams a lot. She's quite psychic, and she said she had a dream, and her nan was sitting on the end of her bed, and then when she woke up, one of her nan slippers were at the end. Was at the edge of the bed as well, but she don't have her nan slippers out because she's passed away for so long. But it was right at the edge of the bed where she saw her nan in her dream. And then when she woke up in the morning, 8 o'clock in the morning, getting ready for work, she saw her nan's slipper there. Again, I'm believing in her because she told me this story, and I don't feel like she would lie to me. But the fact that she was saying that her nan was sitting at the edge of the bed and in her dream, and she saw her nan. But then dreams is like another gateway to the afterlife. I feel like, not afterlife, but I feel like, what if in our dreams our heart rate slows down, which it does when we're sleeping, and then we fall into the realm of the afterworld? Maybe that's our dreams. Scientists try and say that our dreams are a projection of what we saw all day, the energy of what we felt all day, all week, But what if dreams are the step into that world? But that world knows that we aren't fully committed to being in that world yet, so they allow us to sit in it, be a part of it, but always come back. How do we not know that? Because dreams can be so vivid, so lucid, so real. Or are dreams just a premonition of our future? if you dream. Not many people dream. I dream a lot. I feel like Virgos dream a lot. Sagittarius can dream, but also with dreams, it can get
Yeah, I've
disturbed.
dreamt real things and they've come true.
See what I'm saying? So how do we not know that that's the life, the afterlife, or the life of a next life? What is a dream? I don't know how to...
This is a thing. When I took DMT, I was the question that I kept asking, because I reflect when I do a lot of shit, and the question was, are you bound by the morality within your dream world?
Go on.
So basically, yeah, in your dreams, in real life, there are consequences to your actions. But within your dreams, yeah, there aren't really consequences. So because there's no consequences, are you bound by your morality? So like, do you kill people in your dreams? Do mad stuff that you wouldn't do in real life? And then look, if that's the case, are we bound by our morality within this real world, even though it might be a dream state?
Interesting. So when you say bound to morality,
so in this world, we know that we don't do certain things because there are
consequences.
consequences. There are real world consequences. There
Yeah.
are spiritual consequences. But in your dream, are you bound by those boundaries? So, like I said, have you ever killed someone in your dream?
Yeah.
So exactly. So then look, that's something that you are bound by your morality in
That's
this world.
mad. But wouldn't our spirit know that's wrong?
Yeah, our spirit instinctively knows what's right and wrong. So then this is the thing. Are we in a dream world? And if we're in a dream world, this is why some people do mad stuff.
Oi, that's mad. That is a next level type of theory. Because I went, let me go back. Yes, I did kill someone in my dream. Pure, but no, I didn't kill someone just to kill someone. My dream was showing me I was in a house. Someone's at the front garden, someone's at the back garden, and I've come into the front garden. Boom. I've come to the back room, back garden. Boom. But what they were showing me in my dream, I felt like, was someone's being two-faced. They show me one side, and from my back, they show me a next side. They're doing the next. Do you know what I'm saying? That was my dream. That was what my dream was showing. So going back to what you said, sorry. The theory, that's a very clever theory. Maybe we are bound to morality then. There's something that this, what we're standing in right now, it's like we're shackled, but we can't see the shackles. Imagine if this is really just all just a dream. I think it could be, you know. I'm at this point, I was nearly going to say 50-50, but it can't be 50-50. But what if this is just a dream? Life, this is a dream. And then when we go, boom, then we have life. That's why do you think Jesus calls it eternal life? Do you know what I'm saying? But yeah, this one was a light but heavy and light. Do you know what I'm saying? And I guess it's just an open question. Please let me know what you guys think, you know, about this and the topic we discussed about death. Because there's something really off about it. Not off as in a bad way, just off that how can we not know? Because the truth is, no one knows. So it's nice to hear other people's opinions and what they think life is after death, or death after life. Death after life. Life after death. Death after life. Mad, isn't it? But yeah, like I said, for those who have already been here before, welcome back. Those who are new and returning, I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments what you think. And if you have lost someone recently, I do apologize. I do apologize. My condolences. So if you have lost someone recently, my condolences. Wish you and your family all the best. And yeah, thanks for tuning in. Bye.
So sad that the camera fucking turned off.
But I caught it though, going back. Yeah, do backtrack. Nice and light.